everybody, and how are you doing today? Today is the 12th, I believe. Yeah, today is the 12th of November. Today is Friday. It's a beautiful sunny morning here in St. Lucia. And greetings to you wherever you are right now and wherever you are watching us from. We are streaming live on YouTube's Latera channel, Facebook's Latera channel, and on my channel on LinkedIn. We are streaming. So wherever you are joining us from, hi, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad that you are here with us. And I would just like to say that we need to know where you are joining us from. So type in your name and let us know what country, what part of the world that you are joining us from. And what are you here for? You are here for the EWC, also known as the Entrepreneurship World Cup St. Lucia Champions Symposium. This is what you're watching right now, a GEW event, an event which is part of the celebratory activities happening for Global Entrepreneurship Week right here in St. Lucia from November 8th to November 14th. So this particular event that you are joining us for is hosted by Latera, and it is our third GEW event in the week, and we're so glad that you've joined us. Now, without further ado, we're going to say thank you to one of our key sponsors for Entrepreneurship World Cup St. Lucia, and that is none other than the Taiwan Embassy in St. Lucia. We want to say thank you to them for championing this program, for always throwing the support behind the initiatives that Latera runs, and also for encouraging and empowering entrepreneurs here in St. Lucia. So we're going to see an ad from them and also from the global host, which is the Global Entrepreneurship Network. We just want to say thank you for giving us that that power, to the people so that they can showcase their talents, their innovations, their inventions, and also their social entrepreneurship projects that they're using to impact the community and show the world what they're made of. And we want to say thank you to the Global Entrepreneurship Network for that.
I'm Jonathan Oatmans, president and founder of the Global Entrepreneurship Network. What we're about is creating an opportunity for anybody, anywhere, to unleash their idea. We want to make sure that the guy that's got the worst deal on the planet has an opportunity. At the Global Entrepreneurship Network, we've built one global entrepreneurship ecosystem that allows anyone on the planet to be able to connect, understand, support, and celebrate the entrepreneurs that represent so much promise for our future. We went in with the belief that we could create a common culture across the globe in the interest of entrepreneurship and innovation. We learned a lot of techniques and tools about, ultimately, how do you build a community that's across the world? How do you cross national boundaries and cultures and religions and languages? We discovered something that was common in all people. They have this enthusiasm and curiosity about making the world a better place. We tried to provide some structure, but allow a lot of flowers to be blooming the way they wanted to. We have divided our work into 4 primary cornerstones. We want to be able to connect everybody across any aspects of an entrepreneurial ecosystem to find peers, find markets, and find opportunities. Secondly, we want to understand the field better. We want to elevate the field based on research and data. And then thirdly, we're working carefully to provide the best support programs we can find. The last part is we like to celebrate. It's where we began with Global Entrepreneurship Week, which is the notion of making the role of the entrepreneur be perceived around the world as being a force for good, as being the individuals who are able to create new value in our societies and can really set an example for all of our citizens in the way we go about living our lives. Entrepreneurs are the great equalizers. They bring the ability of anybody to be able to have the opportunity no matter where they come from in the world. That promise of entrepreneurship is always what's empowered our community.
back, everybody, and thank you for staying with us. You're watching EWC St. Lucia Champion Symposium, GEW event, and I am your host, Michelle Samuel, and I'm joined by my co-host and colleague, Mylica Amedee. Mylica, good morning to you.
Good morning, Michelle.
We have a champion amongst us, and he is actually the very first of our champions. Yes, he is the first. And this particular individual, when he entered the competition, there's so much that happened to him that catapulted his business, but there's nobody that can explain it best than he himself. But for those of you, again, like I said, if you have any comments or questions for our guest, please type them into the chat. Again, I'm your host, Michelle Samuel. I'm joined with Mylica, my co-host. Wonderful job, Mylica. I'm glad to have you with me, sharing this screen. Doesn't she look wonderful today, everybody? I think so, she does. Look at that smile. All right, so Mylica, we have our other guest in studio. As I stated, he is our first champion. Can you go ahead and tell everybody who it is that is joining us on now?
I think he's nobody new to St. Lucia, new to the game. And everybody have heard of Penny Pinch. Let's welcome him, Mr. Martin Hanna.
Woo! Welcoming Mr. Martin Hanna to the stage.
Hi,
right,
good morning, everyone. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm good.
Oh yes, we can you. Martin,
Okay, cool,
this
perfect.
I think this shirt is your signature shirt. I think that's your champion shirt. I really do believe that.
I definitely
think every
think it
single
is.
time we have an event, every single time we featuring you, we see that shirt. So that's your champion shirt.
You could say that. Mhm.
Yeah, so Martin, we know you don't have much time, but you joined us out of your busy schedule just to share your experience as our very first champion, what EWC, was like for you. And we just want you to share a couple of things, when you are sharing your experience. We want you to tell people why you decided to take part in EWC, what has come out of it, how has it benefited you, and what would you say to other people, who are thinking about it and maybe not too sure whether they should participate for next year? So we're going to give you the stage to sort of take it away.
Sure. I mean, I'll tell you a story. I actually did not realize that I got approved to EWC only about a month before until I realized. I was like, okay, wow, this is great. I saw it was really interesting. I was like, okay, this is the first worldwide competition. So I applied to it early in 2019, and then when I ended up finding out, I was actually approved, and we were getting flight over to Saudi Arabia for the pitch competition. It was definitely a game changer for me, travel wise, because it was definitely a really good experience. Visiting around, we were at the campus, and then we went into Saudi Arabia. But it was a really good experience. The interest was there for me. I was really into, at that time, I was a very small startup looking for funding. So I kind of saw this as not only the opportunity to try to get funding, but it was really more the experience of networking, meeting new people, and those valuable resources that they do give you that are not cash based. I could say I definitely use them up to today as well.
All right, and you heard this from Martin. Now, Martin, you gave the story of you were not aware that you had made it and so on and so forth. But can you give our viewers a more in-depth view of what the accelerator, program is like, and what that did for you? Because we're trying to tell people that this is not just a competition, it is also a learning program. So can you speak to that and tell them what that entails?
Yeah, so the initial sign up or application process, it was done really well. They ask you for a lot on your business, and that kind of helps them figure out who you are, and helps them build kind of the picture of your brand. Now the accelerator program, they partner with some good partners globally, where they're basically giving credits of all sorts for different platforms. I made use of probably about 100,000 US worth of cloud credits. So, getting servers on AWS and IBM. So I definitely made use of that. But there's tons of them, and I'm in the support chat up to today's date. They have a Slack chat that they put everybody in, so you get that huge network of people that you get access. You're able to speak with those partners that provide you those values perks. It's a long-lasting support system. I'm actually still in a WhatsApp group to this day, where just recently they posted a throwback video of 2 years ago, when we went up there to Saudi Arabia. So yeah, it's a long-lasting support system, as you say, not really a pitch competition. The pitch competition is really there to kind of grill you down and teach you how it goes. I would say it's definitely a very tough competition, since it is on a global scale. So I don't really, I wouldn't say go there for the pitch competition. I would say to go there, try your best, and get judged by some really good judges, knowing that you're gonna come back a little bit smarter with a little bit more, knowledge and advice from mentors. Yeah.
Okay, so can you give us an idea as to the impact, EWC had on your company Penny Pinch?
Yeah, I definitely think the impact was really on the value added services. It really impacted the company, especially at that time when we were a startup. So funding was very, very little. So it really allowed me to kind of keep growing my business without all the huge expenses. Because even though they're not cash based perks, they're essential parts of your business that you apply on every day. And I think that really goes a long way. So we've been using that. We've been in contact with a lot of some of the mentors we've met, some of the businesses we've met over there as well. So it's impacted us in a small way, but very long term.
The final question of the day. What three things can you advise our viewers about EWC? Me in particular, I want to know why and how did you find out about them and how it could benefit other people.
Yeah, I found out about them I think it was probably through LinkedIn. That probably I'm very active on LinkedIn. I think that's a very effective tool that all entrepreneurs should use. And I love to say that. So in terms of free, can you repeat the question again?
What three things can you advise our viewers about EWC?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a system that you should give a shot. Treat it that way, give it a shot, try to apply, and I believe, Michelle, and you correct me if I'm wrong, even if you don't qualify for like the finals, you still get access to those perks and that networking community. So there's stages to this that you could start off, apply, and there's a lot of educational material as well that go really in depth into business that I think all entrepreneurs should have a basic understanding of. So it doesn't even matter if you don't qualify as a finalist, you still get some benefit of, the community effect that EWC has kind of built over the last few years that still remains very strong.
Yes, you are very much correct, Martin. Anybody who applies, and I do mean anybody who applies, once they complete the application, they automatically get access to US $25,000 worth of books that you have been mentioning that they can use for their business.
Right.
Of course, that is if you complete and submit your application, but there is a process, right? Martin said that there's a lot of information that you're asked, but as you move through the process, you'll see the value of your books rising. So it starts off at 1,000, and then as you enter more information, it goes higher and higher and higher. So you can, if you're satisfied with the $1,000 book with your, quarter way finished application, then and that's that's all you need, then fine. But advice to you is to go all the way. And you can use these perks for your business. Now, persons are asking what types of perks. We're talking about, access to Amazon and to some other,
So
to
it's a lot of
Google and to some
subscription
other,
based. It's a lot of subscription based
right.
services that you would use as a business already. So if you're a tech business, you need servers, you use Google Cloud or Amazon Web Services. If you need support platforms for email, live chat, they have some good products. Or they even have a wide range of consultancies that you could use as well, and you get discounts on them. So it's very diverse.
Yeah, so you've heard it yourself. Again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Martin, for joining us live today for our EWC St. Lucia Champion Symposium. Martin was our first champion for 2019, and he was the only one who made it all the way to Saudi Arabia. My gosh, you were lucky. You were
Yeah,
blessed. You made it all
especially
the
like
way.
they have not done it physical ever since, right?
Since that's correct. You
Yeah,
were basically the only one who got to experience that. Look at how lucky he is. Look at
yeah.
how blessed he is. Since then, nobody else has been able to touch foot at the global finals, but Martin did. So, Martin, we just consider you as the trendsetter. We
Hmm.
look at you as the one, to look at, the one to watch for what's coming up next. And of course, you're
Hmm.
doing some amazing things with Penny Pinch. So, Martin, we're going to allow you to give some final words and tell persons how they can connect with you.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm very active on LinkedIn. Feel free to follow me on LinkedIn. Penny Pinch, as you know, is St. Lucia's first and only regulated mobile wallet. So you could follow us on social media, download our app, an export the app, try it out for yourself. See what the next way of doing payments looks like.
All right. And you've heard it from him. So connect with him, connect with Penny Pinch. Martin, please put the LinkedIn contact in the chat, and we will ensure to have it out there and post it to the public so that they can connect with you at a later date. And then, of course, find out more about Penny Pinch and how they can become either a customer, a client, or whatnot on the app. All right. So again, thank you so much for joining us, Martin. We're going to say goodbye to you, and we're going to keep looking out for some great things from Penny Pinch.